Hey guys, so today I'm going to be reviewing the 5 characters that I just do not like in this game. This is of course my opinion. I hope you guys don't take this the wrong way, but let's get into the video. There have been a lot of characters that were really bad in this game, but nothing has ever really disappointed me as much as Red Hood, which is going to be number 5 on the list. He is a really cool looking character, but they just completely messed him up. His ability, he only has one ability, so if he uses a super move, he adds time to the timer, which is really good for raids. Since for raids you're usually just battling the timer, not necessarily the boss. But it's just not enough, man. Not with like all the stuff that's coming out, like Aquaman. He's got like 3 different abilities, and with this guy, I think they just completely messed that up. The abilities, the passives, they just completely messed that up. The abilities are also kind of weak. There's not really any effects. It's like hazard damage. Yeah, hazard damage is the only effect he really has, and that's just really disappointing, especially for a really cool looking character. Um, I haven't really been upgrading him because I just saw other people's videos and he just wasn't worth it. This gear just comes from the raid from raid 6. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be spending any gear material, any reforges, any credits on this character because I just think he's really bad, which is unfortunate again because he looks super cool. Now this character was one of those characters I didn't even think about. Like I played the campaign for Injustice 2, but I didn't even realize like they could add him to the game. That was Firestorm. And when they added him, I was like, okay, that's kind of cool. But then I realized how bad of a character he actually is. I mean, he has dot resistance, damage over time resistance, but again, only one ability, not that great. His specials are very weak, also like Red Hood. I mean, like there's nothing special about him. This one adds dot damage, but yeah, I don't think he's a good support hero. Maybe he can have, well, obviously every character can have a lot of health, but as a support hero, he's pretty weak. There are characters that completely outmatch this guy, like Doctor Fate. Uh, Completely helps out the entire team in any scenario ever. But with just dot damage resistance, it doesn't really help you out that much. So for number 4, it's Firestorm, a really bad character. Now number 3 is going to be a character which was actually my first gold hero in Injustice 2, Unbreakable Cyborg. This guy was cool when the game first came out for me because of the ability. Very simple. You regenerate health when you die, which was really helpful because if you got hit by a really powerful special and you were like in a part of a campaign that I probably shouldn't have been in, I could take a super or whatever, and then I could always make sure that I would come back because of this guy's special. So it was kind of like a defense character where I could take a free special. But other than that, there's like nothing really good about him. His specials are more different than all the other than Firestorm or Red Hood, but they're also not that great either. They don't do a lot of damage. You're not gonna use this guy on raids. You're not gonna use this guy on champions. You're not gonna use this guy on anything really. He's a kind of a fun character. He looks kind of cool, especially when you upgrade him all the way. But aside from that, nothing really special. And again, there's only one passive, so I don't think that cuts it anymore. Just having one passive. But yeah, this guy's number 3. For number 3, it's actually going to be a character, the only character in this list that I have 6 stars, which is Swamp Thing. Again, Swamp Thing only has one passive. That just doesn't cut it anymore. I don't really feel like I have to explain that. His regeneration is basically the same as Cyborg, except I believe Cyborg takes a percentage, whereas Swamp Thing caps at 4,306. You can consider that better or worse. It really doesn't matter. The only reason why I don't like this character, why I hate this character more than Cyborg, is simply because Swamp Thing is really slow. He might be able to do more damage than Cyborg, but his slowness is just a really bad character to use in general for fighting. Um, Again, specials are very boring. Nothing to them. I wouldn't spend any credits on this guy. Definitely not. Nothing on him. Like no gear. Nothing. He's really bad. I don't like this character at all. I had a very hard time choosing the worst character in Injustice 2. There are a lot of really bad characters, but most of the bad characters kind of tie themselves. But I guess if I really had to pick one, it would be Cheetah. The reason why I would pick Cheetah as the worst character is because she's a challenge character. And to level up a challenge character to 6 stars, it takes a very long time. And if you want to use gems, it takes a lot of gems. And I don't think it's really that worth. I don't think it's worth it to spend that much time, gems, energy on her because her passive isn't good at all. Like it's got like four different sections to it, depending on what special you use. Um, Depends on how long the passive works. But the passive itself isn't really that good. I mean, it gives you armor pierce attacks. Aquaman, the one for the Cyborg team or the Justice League team, does the exact same thing. Of course, it only works for the Cyborg team, but at least he actually helps out all the other characters. Whereas for her, it doesn't really do anything. I mean, it lasts for like the most is just 8 seconds. Well, at least right now in level 2, I just wouldn't use her. It's just not really worth it. If I really want to do that extra damage, I would just go get Predator Batman and use an armor pierce ability or something. It's a lot better. I'm not sure what her special 3 is, but considering the fact that I've never seen any gameplay of her doing high amounts of damage, I seriously doubt this character has anything special up her sleeve. Again, another character you wouldn't use in raids, in champions, in anything. And also, just like the other ones, I wouldn't spend any gems, any credits, anything, any gear, material, any reforge, it doesn't matter. Nothing. This character, in my opinion, is just hands down the worst character. I don't even think she looks cool. I don't know what's up with her, like her little headgear. That looks kind of weird. Probably the worst looking character too. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, just hands down the worst character. 0 out of 10 stars. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know this video was really repetitive, but that's just because a lot of the characters that I don't like have very similar things in common, like the fact that I wouldn't spend any sort of material or anything on them, and also the fact that a lot of them only have one passive, and that their abilities are really boring. Like their specials are really boring. So again, I apologize if it was very repetitive, but again, that is what they are. They are very repetitively boring. These characters. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys have a nice day.